Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Patara with you today. Want to just do a brief video to talk to you gals out there and to let you know that your lifestyle in terms of homesteading, it's one thing to have an opinion about, all the things that we can do that are healthy for us, that are life-changing for us. But it's also wonderful to see results. It's just like when you're on a diet and you get on the scale and you've lost weight. Although, a lot of people argue, losing weight is not necessarily the key to, do you have a healthy body or not? It's about your physical ability. A lot of times muscle mass has a lot to do with that, all of these things. But the point that I'm saying is when you know you feel good, when you know you haven't been sick, when you know you're physically capable, and those are blessings. But to see these results happen and to know that your effort, whether you did it on purpose or not, or the lifestyle change that you've taken on is resulting in wonderful things for you, it really is fabulous. I'm going to be 40 next month, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now that I just told the lady last week at the dentist, she's a couple years younger than me, and I said, I am more excited about turning 40 than I have been about a birthday, probably since I, could start driving a car. Because I feel better now than I did at 30. I really honestly do. And I contribute, now don't get me wrong, we have stresses and things going on, but I'm old enough now to understand how much to work, when to rest better. I don't focus on the things that stress me out, that did say when I was 25, 30, even 35, right? There's a wisdom that comes with getting older. But what I really want to zone in for you ladies, and I want you to hear me out, because I know I've got some gals that are 25, 29, early 30s that are into homesteading, have some homesteading pages. I want to tell you right now, you have a lot to look forward to. Okay, and you're starting out even younger than I did in terms of this lifestyle. At 29, I just had a third baby and was working 40 plus hours a week, overnights and everything else. I was also lacking in terms of getting any physical exercise that really benefits my body because I was working all the time, stressing all the time, was on Imitrex, Topamax because of migraines. Went through a series of, for several years, I went through a series of problems in terms of shingles. We've talked about that before. Shingles. My immune system I have to be very, have a lot of watch for, because I know now if I get too bogged down, whatever, or if I do happen to get sick, I know what my body will do. Age and that wisdom happen together. But collectively, in the past, I would argue 3 to 5 years with taking on more homesteading, also with taking on Krav Maga. I know that made a big impact with me. My body has changed. I can handle more. I have more physical strength now than I've ever had in my whole life. Even as a teenager. I ran cross country, was a long distance runner. But the physical ability that I have now at almost 40 years old, I can't even compare. To put it into perspective, I went to the doctor this week. And that's always a little nerve-wracking because, you're getting older, so there has to be, is something going to be wrong? Plus, it probably plays with my mind a little bit that my husband is having some heart issues. You guys are aware of that. And we'll talk about that in a second. But my doctor looked at me on Monday and he said, you are more physically fit, you have more strength, you have more capability than most 21-year-olds that we see now. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. He knows that we farm, so he knows that I milk a cow and I'm throwing hay bales, and I'm not doing this 24/7 per se, but I certainly get in my physical load of exercise and walking and doing. I think a lot of the health that I'm experiencing now is not only because I am getting exercise. Now that doesn't mean you shouldn't go, walk and do other things. I'm just saying I am getting physical exercise. There's no way around it. Also, I don't focus on Well, I'm not focused on things I used to be focused on. The stress of appearance. You probably already figured that out. I mean, okay, I've got folks that have said to me, even family, they were like, can't believe you get on YouTube with that old ball cap and no makeup. Well, that's who I am. And see, that's another thing. When you get 39, 40, you know, you start realizing real quick that none of that stuff really matters. I mean, you want to look nice and be healthy and fresh, and, you know, and at times you want, you know, appearance might matter a little bit more than others or whatever. But folks, ladies, you just are who you are. Another thing I think that's made a big contribution to the health boost that I'm experiencing, and when I say that, I mean I am not on any medications whatsoever. I don't take anything for migraines anymore. I haven't had any type of vaccinations, shots, medications in several years. I had some antibiotics for something several years ago for my ear. I mean, it is just amazing, the turnaround, and I think the less stress in my life. You know, and I know somebody's going to say, well, I have to work. I have to have it, you know, I have to do this and that and the other. I understand that. What I want to encourage you in is the fact that even if you are sticking with that, because you have to, I understand. You got to have an income, folks. I understand. Find a way to connect with homesteading. A small garden, some bread making. If you can take on, if you want to, if you are, you know, regulations allow for, just having a couple little chickens. Maybe visiting some farms and spending some time with friends that do homestead. I cannot tell you how rewarding it really honestly is. It's almost, it's like you have to experience it for yourself. You can believe it, but until you do it, you go, just what have I been missing? Don't take on more than you can take. You know, I'm just saying the lifestyle change in general. You know, getting up, doing your thing and throwing on some coveralls in the winter and getting out and just working through the cold, even though you know you're in some aspects you're freezing your tail off, or knowing you're getting out and you're accomplishing something with a spring garden, bringing in a 3-gallon bucket of fresh milk, or you know, making bread with your kids, homemade real bread, the ultimate bread recipe, being able to just dive in to your roots and to days gone by. I honestly am telling you, in looking at natural ways to heal your body, my personal opinion, raw milk. Somebody's not going to agree with me. Well, it's working here. Okay, it's working for me. I am, just to give you some specs, my blood pressure is extremely low. My cholesterol is good. I'm at an ideal weight for my age and body and size. I could actually stand to put on a little bit of weight if I wanted to, and it's okay. I don't take any medications. I do my apple cider vinegar, my coconut oil. I make my smoothies. I try to stay with natural products. I don't stress if I don't wash my hair. I just put on my favorite old ball cap that fits good on my little head. Of course, I don't smoke. I don't drink. We just try to emerge ourselves up here. I do believe this lifestyle is going to continue to help my husband. You know, we've had a setback with him, so we're working a lot with things with him. I think that if we lived in a different area, in more of the rat race, I think we would be seeing a whole lot different result than we are starting to see with him. The motivation, I don't think, would be there either. So I want to encourage you on your homestead journey. I want to encourage you with getting older. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You figure out what you can do and where you have to pull back a little bit less. That's part of being healthy as well. So I just want to encourage you gals out there. Don't be afraid to put on the old ball cap and get in the mud. Because you're going to clean up later and love your essential oils, right? Yeah, the lavender. And it's just a wonderful lifestyle change. So I just want to give you that update. You know, again, somebody was asking, you know, I talked about the oil pulling. I was talking to my dentist about it. We're all cavity free. We're doing something. You're doing something right, girl. So you guys, you're doing something right. So I just want to encourage you on your journey and your path. I was going to go around with this video and do some, you know, it's hard with the camera to film certain things. You've seen the work that we do. You know what we haul and what we do, and it's an everyday deal. And over time, it really is going to benefit your health. So stay on the journey. Go big and go homestead. Thanks for supporting us. We hope you're having a wonderful season. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Thank you for your support with the Great Smoky Mountains and Gatlinburg and the Sevier County Humane Society. I'm going to be saying that for a while, guys, because y'all just rocked it with the t-shirts and all of the donations that are going out to help East Tennessee. We appreciate you. Be sure to check out the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference coming up May 6th. The lineup is, hey, these folks will say the same thing I'm saying, folks. It's just the way to go. Y'all take care out there. Just to show you what I'm talking about and not caring, this is my tripod today. I had it stacked to where, look here, I had it stacked. Kind of rigged it so I wasn't so crooked. It's what you do. You make it work.